Welcome back everyone to finally, well, it's more like welcome everyone, but we're playing, what is this game again? Man, I am so smart. Chikorita, no, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. And today, I've counted up all the votes, and it is currently Thursday, 1:35 a.m. So, I didn't go like over or under what I said I would. So I gave people about 2 days to vote. So I think that's pretty fair. Alright, now, the votes will go as follows. I had 2 for Bulbasaur, 2 for Mudkip, and with a final tie-breaking vote at like 8:45 Mountain Time, which was good enough for me because I didn't want to have to try and figure out what I would do to break this tie. We had a third vote for Squirtle. Now that vote didn't come with a name, so I'm just going to ignore that. And we had 2 names. One was Proto Man, submitted by our very own Freezing Infernos of SocksMakePeopleSexy.net, and the other was my girlfriend's choice, Nyoko, and it was Kudo. Now, normally I'd just be totally biased and go with her suggestion, but to be totally fair, we have random.org here, and we want Coin Flipper. Alright, now both of you call out to the video, no, who cares, just give me a quarter. We'll choose a Delaware quarter, why not? Okay, hopefully this can be seen, but just in case, let's at least make it a little smaller so that way we know it will. Now, heads will be for Freezing Inferno and tails will be for my girlfriend. That looks like tails to me, right? What if I hit... Yeah, that was tails. Okay, so we're going Squirtle named Kudo. Hit B. I'm forgetting my controls because I was spending so long playing the Socks Make People Sexy game, Special Cybernetic Attack Team, which I'm glad to know, actually, if you play it on at least the version I have of FCEUX, it says the name right there at the top, so I don't have to say the abbreviation of it. If you need to ask what it is, don't. Okay, we'll talk about that more when I actually play it though, because I'll have it ready probably tomorrow, really. So, but let's get into the world of Pokemon. I'll also have a Sonic the Hedgehog episode ready today, so I'm pretty on par with everything. I might even record Summon Night after I'm done. But for now, it's story time. Also, while this stuff is going on here, there's stuff like, or there's black space on the sides of this DS screen, you know? And I'm honestly stumped as to what I should do with that. I mean, I thought about superimposing a picture, I thought about making a picture of my own to superimpose over it, but it's just not working. So, if anyone has any suggestions about what I should do with that, please feel free to let me know, because I am totally open to any suggestions. After all, this is kind of like our test run with the DS emulator here. So, we're being told to wake up. And there we are. We're a cute little... We're the cute little Eevee. He's the cute little Squirtle. Like... Also, the best reason I can think of for Nyoko choosing to name this Squirtle Kudo is Kudo from Inazuma 11, but you've got to tell me the resemblance, because I sure don't see it. But she doesn't really watch these LPs anyway, and that makes me sad. Moving on. I'm glad I woke up too. His name is Kudo, because that's what we told him his name would be. Because we were there at his birth, and we told his parents exactly what to name him. Well, our name is human. We're human, the Eevee. Good to meet you. Actually, the main thing of this game, well, it'll be explained here in a second. We're obviously very confused by this turn of events, but it's true. We've been turned into an Eevee. Man, I wish I could be turned into an Eevee. Eevees are freaking awesome. And I would totally evolve into either Espeon, Umbreon, or Glaceon. Glaceon's pretty awesome, but it's kind of feminine for my taste. And so is Espeon, so I'd probably stick with Umbreon. And I love all the evolutions and all, but Flareon, well, everyone who's ever played any like Pokemon tournaments of any kind knows the problem with Flareon. I'm still gonna play with it though. I'm still gonna have a level 100 awesome Flareon, and it will kick everybody's ass. Also, as soon as I'm ready for that, and Black 2, White 2 comes out and everything, I'm totally gonna let my, my friend code thingy out to the world. So anyone who wants to challenge me on YouTube, or challenge me over socksmakepeoplesexy.net, bring it on. Keep in mind, I will only accept single battles for now though. Well, just for fun, I might accept double battles or triple battles or rotation battles. Rotation battles kind of annoy me though, so probably not those. Triple battles are actually kind of annoying as well. Our name that I'm choosing for this Eevee is Shino. There's a reason for this that I'm not really going to go into too far into depth, but basically, I roleplay Pokemon, a Pokemon roleplay, basically, with my girlfriend, and that's the name of my, not my, like, main character that's basically based off me, except Seichi is more based off me. We have a lot of characters between the two of us. You'd be surprised, but... Oh, there's a distressed Butterfree here, though. But basically, she has a bunch of evolutions, like her brother, who is a professor of evolutions, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe I'll discuss it at a later time if people are interested, but right now, not really interested in talking about it myself. But this Butterfree's poor baby Caterpie has fallen into a fissure. We, as, well, we're not a human, and we're not exactly an Eevee. Wait, she was attacked? I don't remember this. Oh, huh, okay. Oh, that's the reason she can't go in for her baby. I'm stupid. Also, being a Butterfree, don't you think she'd be at least level 11? Or 10. It goes 7 to Metapod and then 10 to Butterfree. Or if you're using a Weedle, it's 7 to Kakuna and 10 to Beedrill. I remember very random facts about Pokemon, so I'll just be spouting them off every now and then. I'll also be letting you guys choose what I should evolve Shino here too. But we'll get to that much later in the game. In fact, that's post-game, so we won't really worry about it right now. Now, here's an explanation on basically this entire system. And I'll be explaining stuff too. Now, basically we have a top screen here, which I actually kind of want to change. So let's see, we want others, game options, dungeon. I don't know what slow and fast do, so I'm not gonna do that. Far off pals, I have no idea what means. Damage turn, I don't know what means. Grids would be useful, but I'm gonna turn them off because they're kind of ugly. We can turn display. Oh, display mode. So top screen is team. I want the top screen to be map and team, and bottom screen to be no map. Okay, that's the way I like to play. We can choose to have different colored windows. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we're changing this back to on. We can also change what kind of controls we have between GBA and DS. I don't know how the GBA controls with Pokemon Red Rescue Team, so I'm not going to mess with it. And we can even turn the touchscreen off, but I'm going to leave it on. Because why not? No. We can quick save from this menu as well. Quick saving basically means you leave off right from where you start, and if you load the game, you lose the save and you have to quick save again or find an actual save point. Message log tells you the entirety of the messages. Mission objectives tells us what our objectives are for that dungeon. This will become more useful later on, when we have a lot more missions to do. Our only mission right now is, of course, rescue Caterpie. And Hints tells us everything that I'm going to be telling you. Now, in this game, we control, well, you control whatever Pokemon you play as, but I'm controlling an Eevee. And pressing A will cause us to do a normal attack, which costs no PP and is pretty useful. Now, to look around on the grid-based system, we hold Y here. Yeah. Yeah, it's Y on a DS controller. My controller is based off an Xbox controller though, so it's kind of weird. And we could attack this Pidgey, or we could bring up the menu with X and use one of our moves. We learn moves just like Pokemon, and in fact it's exactly the level up system from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, if I remember correctly. So we learn those moves as we go along. We don't, however, evolve. So Kudo won't evolve at level 14 like a normal Squirtle, or was it 18 for Squirtles? I always get them mixed up. It might just be 16 for all first-gen Pokemon. I honestly don't know. It's odd. Most people know a lot about first-gen. I actually know the least about first-gen. To wait a turn, we... How do I do this again? There's a way to do it. I just don't remember exactly what it was. Select start. Just attack the air. I'll figure it out later. And of course you have your HP up there. It's important to keep an eye on your HP, because like any other RPG in the world, you'll die if you run out of HP. Now, our Squirtle friend here is set automatically to follow. Okay, that's interesting. I thought it was set automatically to go after enemies, but I think that's just what I like to set him to. Now, you don't ever, well, not ever, but for this main part of the game before the post-game, we won't have any control over Kudo here or any of our other team members. You can have up to 4 team members in a dungeon, but right now, Oh, you can open the menu with B. Huh, I didn't know that. I always use X, because it seems like the most natural button to me, because it's like triangle on the PS anything controllers. To move diagonally easier, you can hold R and press in the direction you want to go. It's a lot easier than actually trying to move diagonals, because it never seems to work for me. The best way to deal with this guy. I believe if you use Tail Whip, you can do it through a corner. No, you can't. Well, there you go. You can't use Tail Whip through a corner. I know you can't use Tackle through a corner. And we just leveled up. And we'll always have messages about every time we level up, so. We also don't have to worry about EVs and IVs in this game, thank goodness, because that would just be way too ridiculous. But I do believe they have natures, it's not very important, I guess? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we just have like a default nature that, like mild or something like that. Now, I like to normally go through and explore every inch of every dungeon every time, but you can always just, take the stairs whenever you find them. And an interesting thing about these dungeons that most people probably don't like that much is that they are all randomly generated. So every playthrough will be different. If you're playing this right now, this second floor and the first floor I just passed through and the upcoming third floor will look completely different. Or no, wait, the third floor I think is the rescue floor, so don't really have to worry about that. In the future, by the way, I won't be like going through the dungeons completely. I'll be just taking the stairs whenever I find them. If it's taking a while to find the stairs, I'll cut that out. Ugh, fine, I'll attack. Now, a useful tactic in this game is whenever you're fighting a Pokemon and you're either low on health or you're fighting a fighting type, which is never a good idea with an EV, or a type that isn't good for you. Come on, Kudo. Yes, okay, I just remembered it. If you hold B and A, it speeds up time. It's hard to show the effects of that without actually being damaged, but we do recover health over time slowly, so if you're like near the stairs, you can just be one step off of it and hold B and A, and if you look at the top map there, you can see the enemies are moving towards us. So, a nifty little trick you can do anytime you reach the stairs. Ah, items. In this game also, there are items strewn about the ground. These, of course, are oran berries. They're blue in color, just like the... Oh, we don't have a bag. Well, in that case, I'll just stick with the oran berry and go. Instead of going through this entire floor, I think I'll just head out. Okay. And there's Caterpie at the very bottom of the 4th floor. Or past the 3rd floor, I should say, because there's no real 4th floor. But hello, Caterpie. And we need to get him out. And there we go. Her baby boy is safe, or at least I assume it's a baby boy. And Mama Butterfree, who I know is a mom, because, yeah, see, don't worry, lady. Well, she's grateful for us having rescued him and stuff. Yes. Our names? Well, he's Kudo, and we are Shino. Our character is Shino, yes. And Caterpie is enamored by our awesomeness. It's just because you rescued him. Don't mind that. You can also tell your current mood or anyone you're talking to by the background and, well, their facial expressions, so it's not really that hard to tell. When someone's feeling angry, the background will be like pure red, and if they're feeling happy, it's like gold, and normalish is like a blue that turns into a gold. And we also received a promised item, which, even though she didn't promise us anything, that is something about this game. I'll get into that later, because it kind of spoils things a little prematurely. But there they go. No problem, Kudo. But, yeah, I guess we are, for being level 6. Well, I mean, there's a sea, like, right over to the left. Let's jump into it, and maybe it'll work like, I know there's a game, Chrono Cross. It'll work like Chrono Cross, where we're swept through time by a wave. Yep. Except time isn't really the issue, it's more like space. But why are we a Pokemon currently? And will we ever be able to return to our human forms? Well, we'll find out. Well, we won't be finding that out anytime soon. But... And also, what's up with this question mark team base thing? And why did the map zoom in suddenly? Well, it's just to show the town, really. I'm asking stupid questions. But join me next time for more of Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Until then, later guys.